Hello. Welcome back to the Give Me a Whole Yeah podcast. It's a very rare one today where I will go head to head with Anthony, but we're not really going head to head today, are we? We're just examining who will win the World Heavyweight Championship tournament that starts tonight on Raw. I suppose we can go head to head because I bet we've got different picks, but that's a matter for after the break, after the jump, after the intro, whatever you want to call it. We'll be back in a minute for our World Heavyweight Championship predictions kind of video.
Hello, this is Shotzi Blackheart, and welcome to Gimme a Whole Yeah! I hope everyone checking this out in Yorkshire and beyond is having a great day.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, Dom.
Hiya, mate. How are you doing?
Hey, mate. How are you doing?
I wish we were this animated when we're off camera. Like, I do love seeing you. I'm as enthusiastic in my brain as I am.
Oh, we're too old. We're too old to be enthusiastic all the time. We conserve our energy for the podcast, right?
Yeah, we do. I feel like we do unintentionally. Like, I genuinely was really excited to see you when you popped on camera before we started. But I'm excited for this too. I feel like this needs to be done. I came up with the idea to do it earlier because it starts tonight on Raw. It's May 8th where we are, Monday, May 8th. And Dan will be covering Raw tonight right here.
Oh, go join him, man. Go join him.
Absolutely, go and join him. And this is to wet your whistle, wet your appetite, wet whatever body part you choose to wet, because we are gonna talk about who's gonna win this championship, and maybe a little bit more besides, because it's an odd one. It's an odd one to have a championship that is sort of secondary to Roman Reigns' championship. This is the subpar championship.
Rubbish.
You couldn't beat Roman Reigns, so we're going to give you another championship. And we're going to go through the competitors. We're going to go through each one to see what their chances are of winning this championship. And I feel like the most pressing...
Tom,
go on.
Before we go, because you're going to go straight into people, aren't you?
Yeah.
Can we just talk about post-Mania? Hey, Michael, excuse me, how are you doing? Can we just talk about post-Mania and what has gone wrong? Because I think there's a bit of history that we can do to set this up. So let's set this up. So the Raw after Mania, Vince McMahon comes back and it gets a bit naff.
Yeah, I mean, it was naff, wasn't it? It
was a bit naff.
It was one of the worst Raws I've ever seen. It just so happened that I was there live. It completely destroyed my love of wrestling. Like that whole weird WrestleMania period, I was just like, right, why am I wasting my time being up at 3 a.m. when I could be, cuddling my partner, or I don't know.
You was cuddling me at the end of the night, so don't be like complaining too much. You just wanted to get back to the house and cuddle me, right?
That's pretty much it. Yeah, to be fair, we did have a nice cuddle at WrestleMania. But anyway, you were saying about
So that happens, and then they do a draft, right? And the draft's important to this because this Raw title, anyone from SmackDown or Raw could win it.
Yeah, which makes no sense.
Which makes absolutely no bloody sense. Let's talk about the draft, which made no bloody sense whatsoever. Yeah. Who was the first pick? The Bloodline. Who was in the Bloodline? Just Roman and Solo. Why?
Yeah,
it made no sense. The rules were explained. There was no correlation between anything. Why wasn't Rhea Ripley picked on the Friday?
Rhea Ripley.
Right, Rhea Ripley. Why wasn't she picked? I don't get it. So all of this, and the reason I'm saying all this is because it just builds into this sort of nothingness of just bad booking. And then they announced this tournament with a beautiful belt on the line. And it makes no sense. They've just done a draft and anyone can fight for it. I don't get it, Dom.
Yeah. What was the point of having SmackDown drafted superstars on a Raw, a Raw branded championship? And the thing is, if you look at the description, the rules are in the description of this video, and it basically says that, WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H outlined the format of the tournament at the WWE Backlash press conference and noted the title will be exclusive to Raw regardless of the winner's brand. So that means So that means the winner, if they're on SmackDown, which to me dictates that they're not going to be a SmackDown guy. It's not going to be a SmackDown guy. It's going to be a Raw guy. It's going to be a Raw guy.
So
any of the SmackDown guys, so that's AJ Styles, Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, Edge, and Rey Mysterio and Sheamus. I mean, to be fair, Austin Theory's already a champion, so that knocks him out. Edge, he's not going to have it, is he? Rey isn't going to have it, no. Sheamus isn't going to have it because his next championship should be the Intercontinental Championship. And then you've got AJ Styles. And AJ Styles is the one person that's like a bit mouth-watering on that list. It's blatantly obvious they're not going to have a SmackDown guy win this because they've just done the draft and it's a Raw exclusive championship.
But you get into Night of Champions, Clash of Champions. What is it these days? That's where the final's being held, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So you're gonna have a Raw guy versus a SmackDown guy in that final.
Yeah.
So we know who's winning that, don't we?
Yeah, the Raw guy.
It's the Raw guy.
I mean the best,
which makes the stakes rubbish, man.
The best you can hope for looking at this bracket from a SmackDown guy is something like Seth, who is one of my favorites. Seth versus AJ. But yeah, it's so obvious that a Raw guy is going to win this, that a Seth is going to win this or a Finn, because I mean, Cody's a whole other kettle of fish, Anthony. Why is Cody even in this? He's supposed to be finishing the story. What the flip?
He never finishes the story. That's the problem. He's just a fighter. Look, I just thought we'd mention that history because it just feels a mess. It feels like a mess. It feels like they've got a chance here to do something really cool. This championship was probably in the works for a long time. I think it lessens Roman Reigns championships ever so slightly because they're just combining that now into one. So that'll probably get a new belt.
What do you mean they're not combining it? They're not combining it into one. This is the you couldn't beat Roman, so here have another belt.
Well, yeah, I get that. But the Universal World Heavyweight Championship, that'll end up being combined into one, won't it? Or they're just going to have two separate ones?
Yeah. When Cody and Roman combine it next year at WrestleMania in the main event, and Cody finally wins.
Oh, mate, they should have put Roman in this tournament and just have him win it to troll everyone. That's absolutely what should happen. We've got some good comments in the chat. I agree 100%. Thank you, Michael.
That's the one you're flashing up because he agrees with you. Look, man.
You agree with me?
Yeah, I do, to be fair. I do actually agree with you in the most part. I think what the disagreement's going to become when we pick our winner, I think.
I think so. Have a good stream, guys. See you Friday. Sam will be streaming on SmackDown. See you Friday, Sam. Good thing Reigns isn't in the tourney. He might have had to look 3 belts around. I wish Reigns was in the tourney and he won it. And it would just make this whole thing like laughable in a fine way.
I mean, it is a bit laughable, actually. It's only coming on this stream and talking about it, you realize how laughable it is.
I saw you guys getting all excited about the draft, and I was like, there's nothing to it. There's no rules. There's no stakes. There's no authority figure. There's no one choosing this. They're just getting out some old guys to read the cards upside down.
Well, I mean, the NXT, but that's what I mean. There's none of the NXT guys in here. Where's JD McDonough? I'd be more interested if JD McDonough was in this. I'd be more interested.
How are we deciding it? It's triple threats, isn't it? Deciding it as well.
Is it all triple threats? Yeah, it will be, yeah, I guess.
I believe so, which again is garbage.
yeah, give me some fresh blood in this.
Right.
Again.
So the idea of a tournament is that you have 2 people square off and the loser of that goes on in the tournament, yeah?
Yes.
That's the idea of a tournament. What they're doing by having it triple threats is they're saying, right, we're gonna screw one person out because the other person's going to get a pin and then they're going to feud. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's a bit much, isn't it? It's a bit much. And one crucially, SmackDown people on a Raw branded championship. I know we've talked about it before, but where does that even make any sense?
It doesn't.
That's what I mean. It's so obvious that they're not giving it to a SmackDown guy.
Like, if they did, it'd be like, if they did, it'd just be a case of, Why did they put that person on that roster?
Exactly, and we're back to where we were before. Oh, he can, if he stays on SmackDown, nobody holds the Raw Championship. So this is like, what was even the point in the draft? So if they
What was the point?
If they were going to give it to a SmackDown guy, say they give it to, I don't know, who would be the most interesting person on the SmackDown side?
AJ.
Yeah, AJ. Yeah, say it. Yeah. So AJ wins it, right? That'd be real interesting. Yeah, but he's a SmackDown guy. He takes the Raw branded title to SmackDown, unless he suddenly decides. Because the draft doesn't matter, because if AJ then goes to Raw and is a Raw branded superstar because he wins the belt.
Yeah.
What was the point in the draft?
But if that's the case, did Gallows and Anderson go with him as well? Because they were for no reason locked in his stable. Some stables were locked and some stables were locked.
Exactly. So this is what I'm saying. It's such an obvious thing to look at that SmackDown list and go, none of you are winning. None of you are winning this championship. So it's basically, okay, well, we're going to give it to, we'll go through them all, but let's do this for fun. Let's quick fire these out.
There'll be no fun here.
The Miz. All right. All right, let's do it properly. Let's do it professionally. Let's go through these guys one by one.
Do the SmackDown guys first, because they've got less chance, right? So let's go Austin Theory.
You want to do that? Okay. Well, let me get his.
Because he's got no chance, right?
Banner. Wait.
We've lost the Diva Dom sign.
We've done this. There was a Diva Dom sign.
Sam said, "Hey, it's Austin Theory."
So
sweaty Austin Theory. God,
so
he looks so sweaty there.
He does. So there's Austin Theory with his United States Championship. So there's Austin Theory once again with his United States Championship. So the United States Champion, Austin Theory. Is he? What's happening? What's he doing in here, Anthony? Unless this is to start a feud with someone, unless somehow he's starting a feud and this is a trigger point for that.
He'll be in the three-way with Bobby Lashley, and they'll just carry on that garbage.
Well, Bobby Lashley's now in a feud with Bronson Reed, because after Backlash, Austin Theory won the match, and then Bobby Lashley and Bronson will probably be feuding. So I think, it's an arguable point, but maybe Austin Theory versus AJ would be cool to come from this. I could dig that if they're both on SmackDown. So maybe something like that. But he's basically in here to launch his next feud, isn't he? He's not in here to win it. He's launching a feud with somebody else, which is what.
That's a nice belt, Dom. The US Championship is a nice belt. It was one of the better designed belts over the past few years, I think. And
yeah.
And Austin Theory's got that, so he's not got any chance of winning this tournament. His chance is what are we putting the odds on, dude? Zero
chance for Theory to win this. He's only in it to
250 to 1, 250 to 1.
Okay, we're going betting odds. Okay, well, like I say, Theory isn't going to win this. He's in it to. That's a great photo. In it to. Do you think he pulls that face in? All of his late night escapades with the belt as well. Holds it high. So Austin Theory's not winning it. He's in it to start another feud, hopefully with AJ Styles. Let's say that.
250 to 1. Guys, get your votes. Austin Theory, what are your betting odds? Let's just go through the comments. Emma says, all I can hear is Diva Dom.
Yeah, bitch.
And everyone loves Triple H and hates on Tony. Oh, Tony Khan. Yeah, they do. Yeah. I don't want to shit on Triple H because I think he's done a great job, right? That build up to Mania was freaking really good. It was one of the best builds to Mania in years. You had several cracking matches on the card. You had stuff like Dominic and Rey Mysterio, which was built out of an absolutely stupid angle where he went to prison for 2 weeks and they just had a laugh with it and just rolled with it. I think Triple H was great and I think, while I think Bianca and Asuka was missing, I think there was a couple of matches. The Sami Zayn stuff was great with Kevin Owens. There was some really good stuff that Triple H had built up, and it feels like this isn't Triple H. This is old man. Vinny Mac.
Yeah, with his favorite Austin Theory. But anyway, so Austin
Lol,
Theory's
Emma.
yeah.
Sorry, go on. Lol,
okay.
Emma. Let's be honest. Theory shouldn't be in this, and Gunther should be. Gunther would be more believable as a winner.
Yeah, even though he has the Intercontinental Championship, yeah.
And then you'd be with 2 championships on someone else. Is Gunther on SmackDown?
Gunther's on Raw, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he's on Raw. Yeah. So Gunther probably should be in it, yeah. If The Miz wins, Sassy's head will explode. Former WWE champion, The Miz.
Yeah,
got more of a chance than Austin Theory, right?
Yeah, double, what is it, Grand Slam, 2-time Grand Slam winner?
Double time.
Double time.
If we're allowing mid-card titlers, come on. Yeah, Tyler, it makes complete sense. It makes complete... If Austin Theory can be in it, why the hell ain't Gunther in it? I'm going to get going, going to eat dinner, have fish tacos, and then get a shower. Thank you, Michael. We'll see you on later in the week. My brother, love you. Dude, fish tacos are at the top of my list. Fish tacos should win this tournament, Dom.
Absolutely. Love some fish tacos, dude. Love fish tacos.
He abdicates to someone from Imperium. Oh,
okay. So he gives up the to Ludwig Kaiser. Yeah, okay.
Who's Ludwig Kaiser? Is that Fabian Aichner or Marcel Bartel? I like Fabian Aichner. Fabian Aichner's so underrated. He's so good. Anyway, yeah.
Great.
Sorry, Dom.
Sorry again. Who are we doing next? So we're saying Austin Theory has 0% chance, and he's basically here to start a feud with someone like AJ Styles, which would be good. So yeah, who are we going for next? Should we go for the Miz? Should we do the Miz?
Let's do the SmackDown because the SmackDown.
You did
no chance.
You did say that. Okay, let's go with Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio. Let's do Rey. Okay, let's look at Rey Mysterio now, who's had a really good run. Obviously, Hall of Famer. He is, a legend in his own right. But again, he has even less chance for me than Austin Theory because he's mainly there to enhance other people. He's there to put people over. He's at the stage where he doesn't need a championship. He's purely there as a name, a Hall of Famer to be in this role. What a weird name to put in this championship tournament in 2023. I understand, maybe they're going for name value, but he's not winning it, is he? He's not going to win this thing.
I mean, the weird thing to me is they split up Dom and Rey with the draft, which felt like the right thing to do in terms of if you're ending that feud, let's move on. If my boy Rey, who's here with his green and red, if he wins that championship, doesn't he just go back onto Raw and then we have Dom again?
Yeah.
And also, why the hell isn't Dominic Mysterio in it? By the way, giving it to Dominic Mysterio would be a genius move, if you ask me.
Well, this is it. I'm more interested in fresh talent mixing it up with. So if Rey Mysterio's in there with again like a JD McDonough, or if Dominic Mysterio's in there with Edge, again that's more interesting to me. This is like legends of WWE, which is fine, but we've seen it before. I've seen most of these guys in a tournament environment, except for maybe Damian Priest. Damian Priest is probably the most interesting name, I would say, of all these people, because he's the odd one out, I suppose, in terms of World Championship caliber stuff.
But then positives for Rey, it'd be a former champion, so you bring prestige to the belt, I suppose. If it depends what you want to do, who the second person. Maybe he could do it, and then Dom beats him for the belt. I mean, that could be quite an interesting move for sure, and would give Dom that win that he couldn't have at WrestleMania. Rey Mysterio putting over his son. Yeah,
maybe, and it would be a good place to do it as well. But we're not doing that, are we, Anthony? Again, we're probably
he's on SmackDown.
Yeah, well, he's on SmackDown, which as we discussed, gives him 0 chance of winning because.
Well, actually, the odds are 225 to 1.
Oh, there you go.
Right, who's next most likely to not win?
Okay, let's go. Who do you want to pick?
I think Bobby.
Let's go with Bobby. Yeah, good idea.
I mean,
I'll change his banner. So you're, go on.
I just don't see it. I just don't see again why you'd he's a big guy to go up against Roman. He hasn't been against Roman, so you want to sort of save him for that, don't you? On SmackDown, and he hasn't been after Roman for a while. So that's where it feels like they're going. But if you was to give him this championship, he'd gone to Raw, and you'd be avoiding that.
Yeah.
And in fact, you can say that about these next 4 people who we're going to mention, all from SmackDown. These all feel like Roman guys. These all feel like feed to Roman.
Yeah, I mean, again, Lashley would be an interesting feud for Roman, even at this point. Obviously he's not going to win, but, we're running out of good challenges, credible challenges for Roman, are we not?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you've got, why have you put Lashley on that brand if you're not going to have him go against Roman? For me.
Really good point, man. Really good point. You've got to freshen it up with Roman, and Lashley feels like the guy that's going to probably do that. And it's only going to be a B-level pay-per-view, but I mean, whatever,
Yeah, I agree.
He's a threat. So yeah, that's Bobby Lashley. Let's go with Edge. I mean, oh God, he looks angry there, doesn't he, Dom?
He does. His hair looks amazing. He looks twisted. We saw Edge, have a decent match at WrestleMania. Obviously, bar Finn's injury.
It was garbage because it just finished too early, man.
Well, yeah, but that was because of an injury. But what we're saying is
that vagina in his forehead. Yeah.
What we're saying is that what we're saying is that Edge. We haven't seen Edge since Mania either. So they're obviously saving him for something. And again, Edge has faced Roman, but I could see them running it back over the course of the next year, especially since Edge is retiring soon. At least one. Go on.
The problem with Edge winning, is it lessens the title. In fact, I think he's probably got less chance than Bobby Lashley. It lessens the title because 2 WrestleManias ago, he got stacked with Daniel Bryan against Roman Reigns. Again, the person that gets this title shouldn't be someone who's fought Roman Reigns in a sort of memorable role. And he's one person who was at Mania who got stacked. He got stacked, Tom.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That was again, a defining moment of Roman Reigns' reign, really. It was that stacking of Edge and Brian Danielson, whatever. Daniel Bryanson, as you like to say. Yeah.
So it's just not happening, is it?
No, it's not happening for Edge either. And it's I hope it triggers something for him very much in the same way that it does for I hope AJ Styles and Austin Theory have a feud for the US Championship off the back of this. I hope that Edge feuds with somebody. I'd be pretty happy with an Edge. If Bray decided to come back and face Edge and put Edge in retirement,
Oh, you just want Bray in the bloody tournament, don't you, man?
Ideally, I would. Yeah, ideally, I would. But if Bray, that's it. If Bray interfered and attacked Edge, I'd be fine with that. Cost him.
I think Edge and Sheamus would be a really cool feud.
Sheamus is too over, though, isn't he? Sheamus is a solid face, and Edge is also Edge is also a face.
Better matches though. Sheamus is doing some of the best work he's done in years, isn't he?
I very much agree. Yeah.
And speaking about Sheamus, he's also in this tournament. Now, he is a more interesting guy for sure to give the belt to. I think he hasn't worked with Roman, so you don't sort of have that consolation prize to the belt. So I think Sheamus could be interesting. What do you think?
To be fair, yes. Again, of the SmackDown guys, once again, SmackDown guys aren't winning this at all. There's zero point in them being here. But of all of these guys, aside from AJ, just because I'm an AJ fan, and I love his promo work, Sheamus is the more interesting figure, yeah. And they could go against they could legitimately challenge the Bloodline or what's left of the Bloodline by that time, because the Bloodline is teasing a breakup now. The Brawling Brutes would be an okay little foil for the Bloodline for a few weeks. So yeah, Sheamus would be if I was going to pick from SmackDown, would be my second favorite pick to do this. Yes, but he's not doing it. But it would be an interesting feud. And I think we should see it down the line.
I think it certainly could be.
Sheamus.
I think the other issue is Drew. I mean, what's Drew? Why ain't Drew in this? Is he away from the company? I mean, that's the sort of rumors that he's under contract negotiation. But Drew certainly feels like he should be in this tournament. If that's the case, if anyone can go for it.
Yeah, he's been drafted to Raw as well, I believe. Is Drew on Raw? Yeah.
Really? And he's not in it.
No, he's not
the other guy who's surprisingly not in it, LA Knight.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm surprised he's not in it. I mean, he's over. He feels like a guy that sort of the audience is behind at the minute, like, because they all say.
What do they say?
Yes.
That's the wrong one. What did they say, Anthony?
Yes.
No, that's the wrong one.
No, yes.
You've got to do it properly. Do it properly.
No, dance, monkey, dance. No, and the last guy to talk about. Sorry, what? Goodness gracious. The last guy to talk about from the SmackDown brand, who the reason I think we both see him sort of at the head of the tournament is because he's the guy that like puts on the most interesting match against whoever's facing at Raw, don't we? It is the one, the only, the face that runs the place. AJ Styles. Has AJ Styles been in this sort of title run of Roman? Has he been a competitor?
He's faced Roman before, hasn't he? But he's not faced Roman in the blood. He's not faced Bloodline Roman, to my knowledge.
No, I can't remember it for sure. So, I mean, AJ is sort of an interesting one. Again, like, you can't give it to someone who's lost against Roman because it's a consolation prize. He sort of doesn't come to mind as losing against Roman. So, and Edge will put on a banging match with anyone. So I imagine Edge will be the winner of the SmackDown lot, but who knows?
Well, no one's winning from the SmackDown. You mean if they had a tournament? If they had a tournament between the SmackDown guys?
Well, they are. So the winner of the SmackDown tournament, I assume, will face the bracket of the winner of the Raw tournament, which is stupid again.
Well, I'm going to say
there's a really obvious match to do here.
I'm going to say if they're going to do it, they're going to do AJ versus Seth or Finn.
Yeah, I assume so.
That's the way to do it.
Well, now that you've said it, like, let's talk about Seven Thing. Wouldn't it have just made sense to have had them two win, like, be the two to crown the new champion, as they did with the Universal Championship years ago? You've got instant like story there, right?
Yeah, it would make, and I mean that's what they're getting to. And the more that I think about it, the more obvious that it becomes. I hadn't thought about it until just now. Of course, they're going to do that again. Of course, they're.
Yeah, but they're not, because it's going to be the winner of SmackDown versus the winner of Raw. So they're.
Oh yeah, they're not. Yeah,
so they can't do that. That's the weird thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
That's why it's weird that SmackDown's even involved in this. I'm just going to go through some comments before we go through the Raw guys, who have all got a lot more chance, Dom.
All got a lot more what?
Chance of winning the title.
Oh, yes, a lot more chance indeed, yes.
A lot more. Taylor says Rey has to cost by the Judgment Day, surely. But why? Because Judgment Day are on Raw and Rey's on SmackDown and...
No more of that, please.
But it's just like, but that's I mean, Taylor's right in terms of, yes, it makes sense in terms of story, but in terms of like, they've split them up. They've just split them up.
Yeah, please, God, no.
You know, I mean, it's not like if you do that, you can't go anywhere with it unless you swap Rey back onto Raw, which defeats the object of the draft. Hassan, welcome, my dude. How you doing? Norma says, I think this belt was created to put a belt on either Seth or Priest. Probably Seth. Great comment there, Norma.
Priest would be a really good underdog champion. He's certainly, I think they're certainly big into Priest.
Well, after his performance against Bad Bunny, which was highly commended, I'm sure the company are behind him right now. Becky, my partner, says hello, dear.
Hello, love.
Hello, love. Edge is too old to carry that big old belt. His back would go out, probably. Very good, Norma. Very good. Right, let's talk about these SmackDown dudes. Who's got least chance of winning it?
All right, I'm gonna throw up a name. All right, you've done it.
We chose the same name, right?
We chose the same name. Yeah, we chose the same name. So there's there's the Miz.
Why has he not got no pants on there, Dom?
It's because of something about his tiny balls, the gimmick, you know.
Oh dear.
Yeah, whatever.
That's what I look like when our last walks in the bathroom.
I mean, it's
I'm
definitely.
like, hey, girl, get out!
It's definitely not. You just present yourself, don't you?
I do not present myself.
You just present yourself. I'm ready to go.
I certainly do not. Yeah, so the Miz looks like he's taking a shit on that photo. So why isn't the Miz winning, Dom?
I mean, it's the Miz. The Miz is a born entertainer. He's WWE through and through. But he doesn't need this. I mean, it was a surprise. It was a massive surprise when he beat Lashley for it. What, 2 years ago? Less than that. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, he's all right. I think the Miz is all right, but he knows he's not winning it. The Miz knows he's not winning it. We know he's not winning it. The Miz is just not. He's not winning it, is he? You know.
I think he could really do with a belt though for them pants to be, you know.
Yes.
Help him.
Yes, perhaps you're right, but
maybe add some balls to the bottom of the belt.
I mean, unless again, the only way I can think for the people that aren't winning this, it gives them a feud. You know, maybe Miz and Shinsuke. Yeah.
Oh no! Don't no. Really,
yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, maybe Miz and Shinsuke. You know, something to come out of this because the Miz is a great entertainer. He's like the gatekeeper. He's the gatekeeper of Raw, isn't he? You know, you go through a feud with the Miz. It's like Baron Corbin on SmackDown. Who's facing Baron Corbin? Oh yeah, the money dude from NXT. He's been drafted up. Cameron Grimes is facing Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin is the gateway to SmackDown. Yeah, the Miz is the gateway.
Is he taking the Dolph Ziggler role?
Corbin has, yeah.
Wow, interesting.
I think Ziggler's on Raw now, but yeah, but the new gatekeeper is the Miz. So Miz, but again, Miz versus Shinsuke. Anything.
I mean, he's a former champion, so I mean, you could definitely do some stuff with that. But I mean, it just feels like a garbage first champion, doesn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know, you can give him the championship if you want in the future. It just doesn't feel like it excels anything. I mean, the positive though is he's not lost a feud to Roman. I think there's only 2 people on this list that have actually, which is interesting.
Yeah, but I don't want to see. Actually, a face Miz against Roman would be interesting. Actually,
well, I don't think this person goes against Roman. I just think that you can't. If you give it to somebody like Cody, it feels like a consolation prize.
Well, this is
Lesson's title.
This was going to be my next least. My next.
I thought you was going to pick him to win.
No.
Interesting. It's Cody Rhodes. Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels like a consolation prize.
What was that? That wasn't the thing. That wasn't the way to do it. It's got to be. It's I can't remember what it is now. Oh.
Cody Rhodes.
That's not it. Cody
Rhodes. There we go, man. That's what it should be. So yeah, what do you think, Cody's? It's a huge consolation prize, isn't it? He's got to carry this thing on with Brock. To be honest with you, I think.
Yeah, he is. I think that's the thing. I think Brock's costing him sooner rather than later. I think
he needs to lose. He needs to lose against Brock because he cheated to win, didn't he? Well, he got a roll up basically against.
No,
Brock.
He got a roll up. He cleverly countered the Kimura, was it?
Yeah, but it's not like clever, is it? It's like a cheap win at the end of it. But then you have Brock destroy him in the next match, and then you've got your SummerSlam payoff between them two. Like that surely books itself. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong.
No, I think you make sense and have Cody win at SummerSlam. Yeah.
I'll be down with that. Man. Cool. Who's next?
Are we moving on from Cody?
Have we got else to say? I mean, he can't win it. He lost.
That it's ridiculous that he's even included. He needs to finish the story, unless they're just trying to further the Brock and Cody feud, which is probably why he's here, because Brock's going to cost him. Then it was the silliest inclusion, because if you have Cody win it, it's just consolation prize, you know. So I would say it's arguably the stupidest inclusion of all of these people is to have Cody.
I would agree, but guys, I put a poll up in chat, so please do go vote in it. Vote for who you think is going to win this tournament. Yeah, can I get a vote, please? You got it, Sam. You got it, brother. Go and vote. Let's have a look at some comments before we talk about anyone else. Edge versus Rey, and Edge wins and turns bad. It'd be cool, but they're both on SmackDown. And actually, if you put them two together, like if Edge is coming to the end of his win, and welcome, Katrina. I hope you're having a good day. If you put Edge against Rey, you've got two veterans putting no one over.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Makes no sense.
I wouldn't do it. Seth cashes in and win against Edge. I wouldn't mind Cody Rhodes getting the Money in the Bank. I think that could be an interesting one.
No, it needs to be LA Knight or Sami Zayn, but mostly LA Knight. Yeah.
Why? Because
LA Knight deserves Money in the Bank more than Cody. Cody doesn't need Money in the Bank. It cheapens it if Cody wins it via Money in the Bank.
No, it brings the threat to Roman all the time. That's all part of
the
story.
But nobody needs to. He needs to at least announce it so they have a full match. It can't be
maybe so. But he could cash in at next Mania for a full match after he's squashed someone. You know, squash Brock Lesnar or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. Right.
I think Cody's a good shout because people seem to think he's winning the championship. So, like LA Knight's not winning the championship.
Well, I mean, he might with Money in the Bank, and people would love it because he's very over. But let's move on.
Yes.
To the next, probably least likely, which, you know, it's an interesting name in Damian Priest. What people might say Shinsuke would be the next least likeliest, but I do think it is Damian. I think Damian's a fantastic talent. He has the look, he has the vibe, he's very good at press. Got a lovely interview with Damian over on Soundsphere for those interested. He's very much the WWE guy, isn't he? He's got the mold, and he's also got the background. You know, he comes from a very credible independent run as well.
He's got great nipples.
I didn't know he's 40 years old. Bless him. He looks good for 40. Good lad. But yeah, I think, you know, Damian's, if they're going to strap a title to him, in the next year would be the time to do it. But I don't think it's this. And I don't think he will finish his WWE career with a world championship. He'll have an Intercontinental Championship. He'll have a US title run. Not sure he'll ever be a world champion, but not saying that he shouldn't. But that's just my opinion because he's he
feels like a good mid-card dude, and that's fine.
Yeah, you know, and he's super talented too. He's very agile. Yeah. Very agile, a great talent. So I think
great nipples.
I don't know what to say to that. I don't know how to respond to the nipple thing. But he's
how
not
do you want to respond.
He does have really good nipples.
He does have look at them nips, man. That's good. I wish I had nips like that. Mine are like flat and inverted, and
they are flat. They are flat and inverted and saggy.
I think Damian, he's kind of the enforcer of Judgment Day, right?
He's the most interesting name, isn't he? He's the most interesting name in here. But that's what I mean. He's like the youngest, freshest name in the whole thing.
But interesting doesn't make it right, you know, as well. Like, I don't know. I will be into it, but you know, I'm cool if other people are into it. I'll tell you what I am into though, Dom.
His nipples.
Have you seen them nipples? Check them out. Cracking nipples. Cracking nip game.
Damian, if you happen upon this, we love your nips, mate. We love your nips.
Next time you interview him for Soundsphere, can you ask him about his nips for me?
Yeah, maybe, man.
Who's next, Dom?
I don't know, man. Who are we gonna go with? Shinsuke, I guess. Shinsuke would be the most another. Another sad but true fact is they're not going to give it to Shinsuke, are they? Shinsuke,
come on.
He should have won it years ago if they were going to give it to him then.
Didn't he have it at one point?
No. He won the Rumble, didn't he?
Did he never beat AJ Styles for it?
Nope.
Oh. That's sad, isn't it? Shinsuke's a real talent.
He is. He is.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool if he did, but it feels like even at this year's WrestleMania, like they had promo stuff for him, and he was there at the Hall of Fame, and he sort of didn't out, did he?
Mm.
I wanted to sing along with him, you know. Him versus Seth. Sing off.
Yeah.
Could have had the crowd singing 2 different songs. Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be real cool. By the way, I think I've just booked a really good feud there.
I mean, I would be into it, but again, Seth's so over, and obviously Shinsuke is also over. So I don't think it would work. But again, if this leads to something between Shinsuke and...
What about a tag team?
No.
With custom music?
Shinsuke and The Miz. It'll be a Shinsuke and The Miz feud, won't it? You know, or Shinsuke and... What's the other good... Finn Balor would be great, but, you know, Finn Balor... Well, no. Seth needs to win the thing. So yeah, Shinsuke and Finn. I'd be up for that. Give me that again. Let's do that. Let's run that one back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he'd be an interesting pick. He's not sort of gone up against Roman, or certainly not for a long, long time. I think he might have done very early on when Roman first got the title, but certainly not when he's been the undisputed champion. So yeah, I think Shinsuke would be interesting. It wouldn't feel like a consolation prize, and so yeah, I'd be perfectly happy with Shinsuke winning. I think that'd be pretty cool.
What, the whole thing?
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be good. I think it'd be interesting. Could certainly do some interesting stuff, but I still don't think it's happening. But
no, I don't think it's happening. Cool. I don't think it's happening either. So who have we got? I mean, who have we got next?
Well, we've got Finn Balor and Seth left. So I think Finn Balor. Yeah, Balor Club.
Yeah, Finn's great, and again, they should. If they were clever, they would have run back Finn on a different brand with Seth to repeat history. Finn would be, again, he's probably in many people's top 2 favorites to win this, top 3 if you include Shinsuke. The most obvious names for me are Seth and Finn, with maybe Shinsuke running behind that. Finn is an arguable winner for other people, and I would agree. I wouldn't be sad if Finn did win, but I think you've got to go. I mean, I suppose we can have our conversation on who's winning now, because there's only 2 to go. You and I believe, we're on the same page, are we not, with this?
You started off saying we wouldn't be on the same page. Have you always said Seth?
I've always said Seth for this.
Oh yeah, me too. God, it's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, not a great Dom versus Ant episode, but that's not what we're here to do. Going back to Finn, he deserves one more run somewhere down the line. I mean, he's going to be finishing his career in the next 3 to 5 years.
Is he?
I would imagine so.
Why?
I think he said in an interview he wants to be done by the time he's 45.
No.
But
Seth can't stop. I don't think Seth will stop. Seth will be an edge guy.
It's about Finn, mate.
Sorry, Finn will be an edge guy. He'll keep going for edges. He'll keep going as long as he can, and he loves wrestling as well.
Mm-hmm.
He absolutely loves it. I think he needs to get out of WWE because I think he needs to freshen up. Even if he just goes away for 2 years and then comes back, go to New Japan for a bit. Yeah. I think he needs to freshen. I think people, we take him for granted. We just lost to Cody, in a match with 14 staples in his forehead.
I love him. I think Finn's great. Again, a lovely guy. Got to interview him. He's a really talented.
When did you interview Finn?
Clash.
And which channel is that on?
Soundsphere.
Why are you putting all this content on Soundsphere? Get some love to the Give Me a Hug, yeah, boys. Top guy out.
I split them, didn't I?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, you should look.
You split them like Finn's forehead.
They're split between Soundsphere and Give Me a Hug, yeah. You can look. Bianca Belair's on Give Me a Hug, yeah. Who else is on there? Street Profit.
Oh, you don't even know. You just throw them everywhere. You just don't even know. You've got so much shit going on, Dom.
Pete Dunne's on there.
Hey, look, Finn Balor. Look at how he's looking at you right now.
Phil Banner.
He's disappointed with you, Dom. He's disappointed with you.
It's good content for Soundsphere. We do live streams. We do live streams on Give Me a Hug, yeah, dude.
Yeah, well, we do all sorts on Gimme a Hoo Yeah. We also do games on Gimme a Hoo Yeah, and
We do.
great content.
There's Finn. So
Hey, Finn's disappointed in you, man.
So Finn's not winning it, but go over to Soundsphere and watch that. Listen to that interview I did with Finn if you like, and also check out the WB section of interviews on Give Me a Hell Yeah. There's plenty on there. Promo.
Let's get this shit over with. Seth Rollins, Seth freaking Rollins. Oh,
yeah. I mean, there's never been a tournament tailor made for Seth enough, and the obvious Survivor Series match they're going to do with Seth versus Roman, champion versus champion. When that comes up, Seth's going to win this. He's going to keep the title for ages, and they're capitalizing on his great popularity, which they should do, and it makes sense. It's a shame because I think Finn is the people's favorite. Well, not necessarily the people's favorite in terms of popularity and people singing, but Finn should win it.
People singing. Is that how we judge the popularity by people singing?
Yes, yes, it is in modern times, isn't it? Finn's the guy that probably the wrestling fans and whatever people think that they should win. Tom is again. You go that for that reasoning. For that reasoning, Finn won the first Universal title, so it would be beautiful symmetry for him to be the first champion.
No, the beautiful symmetry would be Finn versus Seth.
Yes, but
that's not how a tournament works on two brands.
We didn't get there, did we? We didn't.
That'd be the beautiful symmetry, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be beautiful symmetry?
Yes.
It's almost like a story right there to tell.
Well, lovely to see you, Tom, and thank you for your wonderful booking, mate. But we're not going with that. We're going with Seth. We're going with Seth because it's the most obvious. It's the most obvious pick. They're capitalizing on his popularity. I would say Finn would be my favorite pick. Seth would be my favorite pick. Finn would be my second, and Shinsuke would be my top. Those are my top three to win this. Have you got a backup to Seth?
I mean, Seth, the thing that you haven't mentioned about Seth is he's the only person out of most of them that's had a match against Roman and
not
beat
lost.
Roman. Yeah, well, he'd not lost against Roman. He won via disqualification, didn't he?
Yes, indeed.
So it doesn't feel like a consolation prize for Seth. He's been doing great work for such a long time. It makes sense to give it to Seth. But the problem is, from an audience point of view, is how exciting is a tournament if you know what the outcome is?
Yeah.
I don't really need a tournament for this. Just give me, I don't know. I don't mind. I don't mind the story of a tournament, but Seth versus AJ will be a good match. That'll be cool.
Yep.
But who's winning it?
Yep, absolutely.
At least Seth versus Finn would have been more like, who's going to win this? Finn won it last time. Can Seth overcome that?
Yeah. I think the problem is this is too predictable. And WB
You've got Vince McMahon back, and he's just dicking about with stuff. It's a triple threat tournament by the looks of it as well, which is garbage.
Yeah, I think the problem is WWE are too set in their ways with certain things. I mean, they've got none of the fresh draft picks. Where are your draft picks in this? Where are the interesting draft picks? There isn't. So you've gone with your tried and tested guys, which is fair enough, but it's predictable. Seth's going to win this. There's the stream.
You mean I know I mean, it was a good idea to do. I mean, it's interesting to talk about and sort of because I find it interesting to discuss in terms of like what's going wrong. And I think there's a few things that are going wrong. Let's get to the important comments. Nomar says Damian would be identified immediately in the Name the Nipples contest, bringing back our old content, Dom. It's a nipple game. It's a nipple game.
I was about to reference it.
Nipple game.
You remembered the jingle as well. Nice.
Oh, mate, I came up with the freaking jingle. Of course, I'd remember the jingle. Yeah,
those nights where I was forced to cut out people's nipples.
Oh, mate, I had a whole file on my computer of nipples. It was the weirdest thing ever.
Oh, those were the days. Pre-monetization.
Those were the days. We'd get away with it. It'd be fine. Cool. So, Damian Priest nipples. Well done.
Seth's winning it. Yeah.
Seth versus Edge versus Cody. Seth gets Crossroads. Crossroads doesn't matter anymore. It's just the weakest finisher of all time. Edge wins with the help of Chris.
He hits 3 of them, and you're all right. If you hit 3 of them, you're okay. It's
nearly as weak as a Roman spear, Superman punch, which is what all he hits. It is weird. Like the top guys in the company, like they're two probably of the top guys in the company, and yet the finishers are held so weakly because they're so overused. It's weird. I mean, Seth used like 3 stomps to beat Omos, but he's a giant. I mean, that makes sense.
That was context, wasn't it? The giant.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah. But like, if you do that to everyone, like, it means nothing anymore. Yeah. What is up, Tom? Nice to talk to you. Go check out Tom Talks Rubbish. He's got a lovely YouTube channel. He's got interviews with fantastic, sexy people.
Yeah, including us.
And us. Young Bucks versus Edge and Christian. Oh, yeah, give me that. That'd be cool. Yeah, Edge and Christian back together. That'd be good to see. In either company.
Yeah.
That'd be real good to see. At Survivor Series. Katrina, I love it. Yeah, go. Yeah, Christian could do. So that'd be real good for WWE to have them back. Finn won the first Universal title, so it would be beautiful symmetry for him to be the first champion. Yeah, if he was against Seth. I mean, yeah. Seth versus Edge versus Cody. Seth gets Crossroads and Edge helps. And Edge wins with the help of Roman, and Edge joins Bloodline. What?
Wow.
What? I mean, right. So Seth versus Edge versus Cody. Seth gets Crossroads. So Seth gets hit by Cody. And Edge wins with the help of Roman. Why is Roman getting involved in this tournament all of a sudden, Katrina? I love it.
I don't. I think it's a bit much, but interesting ideas, Katrina. Martin's in. Evening, mate. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you.
We've seen you've invested in editing. That's awesome, Tom. Good luck with it all.
Oh, congratulations, man. That's freaking awesome.
Absolutely. Seth versus
Who's the editor here, Dom?
Me, mate. I do most of the work.
We'll see you next time. Thanks very much for watching.
I am joking.
Your 2-time Give Me a Whole Yeah champion, the humble,
Why can't I hear you then?
So you cut me off. It's the audio. No, Dan puts loads of work in, and in that, Dan puts the most work in at the moment. And also Anthony, I cannot wait for you to watch Anthony's incredible 2K series where he pits the greatest women in wrestling and some faces that you've not yet seen on 2K anywhere else. Anthony will showcase in his new 2K series. He's put so much work into that, blood, sweat, and tears, quite literally. So I cannot wait for you guys to watch that. Lots of love.
Hey, it's going to be fun, man.
Support Dan as well. Dan puts in 3 hours of time every Monday alongside working full time. So please do support those guys as if you're not here. Support my brothers on Give Me a Hull. Yeah, they're amazing. Obviously, Sam is going to be taking over SmackDown for a little while as well. We're going to be putting those hours in. So please do continue to support Sam. Today we have mass debated the who's going to win the World Championship tournament. We've both said Seth, so this is not a very good Ant versus Dom video. Seth Rollins for the win, backup Finn Balor, and maybe even Shinsuke if we're feeling special. But no, it's going to be Seth to win, I think. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I think that's good. Thank you all for watching.
I love you, man. This is why I love doing videos with just me and you. It's so awkward and weird. I love it. Finn for the win, says Sam. Finn for the win.
I mean,
it's quite poetic, isn't it?
In an ideal world, yeah, but he's not winning because Seth's so over.
Do you like I love the coup de grace, Dom. I think it's awesome.
I love the coup de grace. It's great.
It just feels like you're jumping on a person. I miss a pile driver, man.
If you jumped on me, I'd be dead, mate. So
if you jumped on me, I'd be fine, wouldn't I, Dom? I'd be fine.
You'd be fine, mate. I'm pretty sure.
You just bounce off, wouldn't you, off my big old belly?
Probably done it before. I don't know. Last time I saw you, you were looking leaner.
Oh, mate, I am not. I've put on some mass.
I think you're looking good.
I'm looking stocky, baby, but
I like the way you look at the moment. You look nice. We're going out together on Thursday. I'm well excited about that.
We're off to see Black Sabbath.
Is that the brand name? That's amazing.
That's the name, yeah. It's a female Black Sabbath tribute band from LA.
Amazing. And they're coming through the Hull. It's gonna be lovely.
Black Sabbath.
Amazing. So we'll be at Black Sabbath. We'll take some photos for you on Thursday. Tune into the Facebook and stuff. We'll post them on Twitter and things. That'll be a laugh, won't it, Anth? And yeah, support Dan tonight. Support Sam on Friday. Support Anthony on Wednesday, and crucially support Anthony's series that he's doing, independent of those shows, with the greatest women's roster on 2K on the whole of YouTube. Go and support him on that. And thank you guys for watching this. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your investment and your time. If you're watching this back, we appreciate you. This has been Give Me a Hug, yeah. I'm Dom. That's Anthony. Are we good? Are we done?
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to do the outro? Oh, yeah. See you guys soon.
I hate the outro. I hate the outro.
Seth's going to win. Seth's going to win the... Oh, yeah. Seth's going to win the tournament.
We knew that before starting the video, didn't we?
We knew that. We all knew that before starting.
We basically just wasted an hour of people's time.
Bye, guys. I'll do the thing then. Hang on. Bye. See you later. Oh man, I put so many pictures in the thing.
This is Freakin, not Hardy. Thank you for watching the Give Me a Whole Yeah Wrestling Podcast.
Dude, what was the point? What was the point in us even doing that video? It's like, it's so obvious who the winner is. Like, we just wasted people's time. That's an hour of people's lives that they've just lost by watching this shite.
Well, we appreciate it, don't we? If they have watched it.
We do, yeah. Subscribe, like,
Subscribe.
yes.